In the shadow of Jerusalem's collapse, Babylon's armies stormed the city with fire and fury. The once proud streets of David's city crumbled into ash, and among the weeping captives stood Daniel, a noble youth with chains on his wrists and conviction in his heart. Alongside him, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah marched toward Babylon, their spirits grieved yet unbroken. The city that awaited them glistened with idolatry and pride, a monument to man's rebellion against God. Stripped of their names and identity, the four were enrolled in the king's courts, offered luxury at the cost of compromise. But Daniel resolved not to defile himself, choosing vegetables and water over royal delicacies defiled by idols. After 10 days they stood stronger than the rest, proof that obedience honors God more than indulgence. Their quiet faith caught the eye of King Nebuchadnezzar, who would soon be tormented by dreams no magician could interpret. When threatened with death, Daniel turned to God. In a night of fervent prayer, the Lord revealed the king's vision, a colossal statue shattered by a divine stone, symbolizing God's eternal kingdom. The king bowed in awe, declaring Daniel's God supreme. But pride dies slowly. Nebuchadnezzar later built a golden image and demanded worship. When Daniel's 3 friends refused, they were cast into a furnace so hot it slew the gods. Yet inside the flames a 4th figure appeared, divine, radiant, untouched. The 3 emerged unharmed. Humbled again, the king praised their God. Even so, Nebuchadnezzar's arrogance returned, and a dream warned him of judgment. A great tree, himself, would fall until he acknowledged heaven's rule. Ignoring the warning, he exalted himself. Judgment struck. The king was driven mad, living like a beast until he lifted his eyes to heaven. His sanity and humility were restored. Years later, his grandson Belshazzar defiled sacred vessels in drunken pride. A mysterious hand wrote doom on the palace wall. Mene, Mene, Tekel, Parsin. Daniel interpreted it. God had judged Belshazzar. That very night, Babylon fell to the Persians. Under King Darius, Daniel rose in honor, sparking jealousy among rivals. They conspired to outlaw prayer. Yet Daniel, unafraid, knelt as always. Thrown into a den of lions, he trusted God completely. By morning, the lions' mouths were sealed, and Daniel stood alive, unshaken. Darius declared the God of Daniel to be the living God whose kingdom would never be destroyed. Through exile, fire, and beasts, Daniel's story thunders with one message. Kingdoms rise and fall, but the Lord remains sovereign. Faithfulness in trial echoes louder than any decree, and deliverance belongs to the Most High.